Hello, I'm Genuchten, a data specialist at ISRIC World Soil Information. This video is part of a series explaining land soil crop hubs, a project running in Ethiopia, Kenya and Rwanda. In this video I will focus on the catalog within the hub. Let's start big and then zoom in on the land soil crop hubs. Why do we need a catalog in a hub? Let's look at a diagram. Two common things people want to do are search in the hub for data sets, software, services, and other things. And secondly, check if the resource they find is relevant to their use case. Do any usage restrictions apply? Is it a relevant time period or location of the data? And is the data at a relevant scale? A catalog helps make those two functions possible. A catalog facilitates searching for resources on one hand, but it also makes the resources discoverable to outside search engines and catalogs. Let's have a look at the catalog front end. This is the catalog for the Kenya hub. You can search the catalog for example, on soils. You then arrive in the search result and you can further limit the search with the filters. If we open a record view of a single record, we see the title, the keywords, the abstract, but also the contact information, temporal extent, and some links to download the dataset and additional documentation. Another usage scenario is to open the catalog from your favorite software. So for example, in QGIS, there's a metadata search option that allows you to configure a catalog of choice and run a query against the catalog. And once you find the relevant record, instantly add a dataset to the map view. And finally, it's important to understand how search engines evaluate the hub records. Google provides for this case a rich snippets test. You can copy and paste a link to a record here in the test and run the test. Google will fetch the remote website and tries to extract as much information as possible and display that here as a test result. Here we found that Google has identified a single dataset being published on that page. And here are the various properties that are available for that dataset. The content of the initial LSC catalog has been set up by the LSC team. We have queried experts in the field, we've sent out a questionnaire to stakeholders, and added this content to the initial catalog. Notice that population of a catalog is a sensitive topic. You want to include as many resources as possible. On the other hand, resources that you include should have a minimal quality aspect. Do they have usage constraints properly filled in, and etc. One facilitator to facilitate that process is user feedback. User feedback can steer the continued maintenance of a catalog content over time. For that reason, we've added a feedback option on each metadata page, where you can ask questions about usage of the dataset or actually suggest improvements to this dataset to the data owners. Since all these records are stored in a database to make them queryable, we can make visualizations on the total content of the catalog and show them in nice diagrams. For example, by tag, or by spatial scope, or by category. These overviews are nice for policy development and to identify data gaps in the catalogue. So let me wrap up this presentation about the LSC catalogue. Make sure to check out other LSC videos in this series. If you have any questions or comments related to this video, you're invited to submit them so we can improve the content.